Happy Thursday, everybody. Hopefully, you all got over the hump yesterday, halfway through the week, almost to the weekend. Not that us chiropractors focus on that stuff, but today is Thursday. And again, I find us to be a different crowd. Wasn't the intent of speaking about today, but I find us a different crowd in that most people are always looking forward to that weekend. Most chiropractors looking forward to Monday, looking forward to serving their patients, looking forward to taking care of people. So I know you're not, hopefully not, unless you have a big vacation planned up here. I do know a couple people that are going on vacation this weekend to some exotic locations, Dominican Republic, whatnot. So something we look forward to there. Anyways, I think you get my point. Hopefully you're looking forward to a great day with your patients today, although Thursday also is normally a day off for chiropractors. I'm just putting myself in a hole today. Anyways, good morning, everybody. It's day 18, 17. Yeah, it's the 17th. Day 17 of our morning routine challenge. Hopefully all is going well with you. We worked a lot on the evening routine. And again, I think that's the beginning of any good morning routine is a good evening routine. So getting yourself in a mental state to get up in the morning and do the things that you need to do in order to have good productivity throughout the day. That is the whole goal of this. Obviously, we're looking to improve ourselves in any way that you see fit as far as your goals are concerned. And hopefully you set goals with me back in November for the launch prep program that we did. And that's what all of this is geared towards, is taking those goals that we did in November for 2019 and making sure our day is filled with the things that we need to do in order to hit those goals. And the best time to do those, as I always say, which again, I did not write this saying, but I love it, is if you win the morning, you win the day. So we went through our nighttime routine. We've been getting good on our morning routine here, working mostly on personal development, some mental stuff. We did talk about stretching a little bit. Just to kind of get the body limbered up. But now I want to talk about exercise. Get moving. Physical activity, especially in the morning, is important for everyone. It goes way beyond just weight loss. I know that a lot of people that have weight loss goals, they might get up in the morning, change their routine in order to do that. But it's way more than that. Obviously, as chiropractors, we should all know that every system in the body benefits from regular physical activity. And I can tell you the part of your body that probably benefits most is your brain. The chemicals that get released during exercise, the endorphins, make you more productive throughout the day. Now, the exercise you do for your morning routine has to be relative and individualized to your goals. What do you want to accomplish? And you've probably heard me talk about it several times. Like, I've gone through different things in the morning, and I have my own idea of what's important in the morning and what's not. We'll talk about that here in a second. The important part is not what you do, it's that you do it. In the morning time, really you could get away with a lot less, but I would say 20 minutes of some sort of activity is critical. If you don't have that kind of time, again, less is still better than nothing. But 20 minutes of activity is great. And no matter where you start, if it is just 1 minute, and we'll talk about that here in a second as well, the 1 minute workout. So getting some sort of activity in your morning routine is probably one of the more important things to do in your morning routine. And again, it should be individualized to your goals. I've gone through several different ways. So again, let me just kind of talk about my process. In the beginning, it really was that I was just doing like some yoga, some stretching, that kind of stuff. But I didn't feel like I got the productivity that I wanted out of that. I feel so much better when I get some sort of a heart rate increase personally. So then I was doing 2 workouts a day. So I'd do some sort of heart rate increase in the morning. I'd lift in the afternoon. And I just felt like that was somewhat inefficient in the fact that I had to work out twice, I had to change twice, I had to shower twice. So I decided I wanted to put my entire morning workout into my morning routine. So now I'm doing heavy Olympic lifts, and you can see my face. I shouldn't say that. When I went through my competitive stage, I don't know how many of you know this, but you're looking at 2011's 68th fittest 40 to 45-year-old in the world. Right? 68th in the world. You probably did it. Are you impressed? You really should be. That was before CrossFit really boomed off the way it did, and I'm nowhere near that now. Anyways, at that time when I was competitive, I was going to a gym in the morning and working out competitively. So again, a different world. But since I've been back in my garage working out for myself and for my own fitness goals, that morning workout and being that aggressive that early was not in my plans anymore. I didn't have that competitive goal, so it didn't make sense to me. And I know the majority of people I talk to at our ages don't have that. Not judging either way. And again, I'm not judging your fitness in any way. All I'm saying is you got to get moving in some way, shape, or form. So I went through that phase. Then I kind of went back through the same phases again. But right now where I'm at is I do feel like if you're going to do any kind of cardio at all, the best time to do it is in the morning. Fasted cardio is going to be more effective at any kind of weight loss or even weight maintenance for you. And getting your heart rate up early in the morning, I feel like really sets your tone for the day. On the days when last week, I had said I was going to rest one day, and I didn't do my cardio, and I could tell the difference in how I felt throughout the day. I could just tell and how alert and focused I was. So I like some form of cardio in the morning. And it could be as simple as, and I had a client one time that was really going through some issues mentally as well as gaining weight, stressed at work and whatnot. And all I asked him to do was 1 minute of burpees every day. So he would do, I think at the beginning he did like 10 burpees in a minute. And he was exhausted. Like at the end of that minute, if you ever done a minute of burpees, like he was out of it. So then the next day I asked him to just try to tie or beat 10 or 11 burpees. And the next day try to beat that. So it was 1 minute of very, very aggressive. But he could tell when he went to take a shower, he was just alert, right? Your body's in this state of almost like fight or flight. And it's like, are you going to do that to me again? And he did it every day until he was getting like 20 burpees in a minute. And then he started actually exercising. So it eased him into that. And I'm not saying that's what you should do. I'm just saying it could be that simple. It could be a minute. I like to get anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes worth of cardio, either on the rower, the bike, or the treadmill. I do not want to do burpees in the morning. I like a nice, like I said, a bike, something that's just a consistent motion, and I don't have to think too much about it. But I can go, and then I very often do a lot of sprints. I very seldom just do a 30-minute steady state. Like yesterday, I was on yesterday I did 500s on the rowing machine. So 500-meter rows with a 2-minute rest in between each one of them. So 500-meter row took me, what we're doing, I was doing 150s. So really not that intense. It was an intense day because the day before that, I did an intense day where I did 10 seconds on the Airdyne bike, full out 10 seconds every minute. And I did that for 30 minutes. So in the 50 seconds in between, I would just go lightly. I'd take my supplements. I would sip my coffee. And when we hit the top of the minute, I would go all out. I was supposed to get into this individually more later. We will talk about a cardio day. We'll talk about weightlifting day. But again, my typical routine now is some cardio in the morning, some stretching, and some skill work. I believe skill work, and this kind of comes from me coaching my third grade girls and kindergarten boys, skill work should be done daily. So if there's a skill you're trying to improve, which for me right now it's some gymnastics stuff and handstands. I've just never been good at handstands at my size, and I would like to be. So I'm doing a little bit of handstand work every morning. And any kind of skill work, so some ring stuff and parallel stuff that I personally have a goal of mine. I do that every morning. It's not very strenuous. It's just getting that skill, that balance, that proprioceptive down, that neurological stuff. I do that every day. So that's just a quick little 5-minute routine, and then I do some sort of cardio. And then if I'm choosing a weight lift, which I only do 3 to 4 days a week, I do that in the afternoon. So that's kind of how I feel. And again, that's not right for everybody. A lot of people like to lift in the morning. That's fine. It's just not right for me. And the whole point of this show is for you to find out what your personal goals are for fitness. And again, it's not about you necessarily being fit. If this is simply a morning routine to be more productive throughout the day, movement is still important. Even if you don't care about your fitness, even if you don't care about your appearance or any of that kind of stuff, I would still say if you did 3 20-second bursts of activity with a minute or two in between, you're going to feel the difference in your brain. You're going to feel the difference in your productivity throughout the day, your alertness throughout the day, and you're going to be glad that you did it. So get some sort of movement. What I want you to think about today, between today and tomorrow, is just what movement is important to you. Maybe what skills are important to you. Maybe there is something you want to be able to do fitness-wise that might not be about running a marathon or anything like that. It just might be a small goal. So what would you have to do in the morning as part of your morning routine? And again, I said 20 minutes, I think, is kind of like the happy place, but if you were doing 5 minutes every morning, it's something. And I have seen some research on what's called the 1 minute workout. Not the 1 minute burpee one I told you earlier, but the 20 seconds that I told you about. 20 seconds of activity, 2 minutes rest, 20 seconds of activity, 2 minutes rest, 20 seconds of activity. That is as effective as some 60-minute workouts that are just long, slow state cardio, as long as you're really pushing those 20 seconds. So you can really get it done quickly in less than 5 minutes. I think 20 minutes is a good window if you're working on any kind of fitness, and it isn't too much to ask from you. So think about your fitness. Tomorrow we are going to talk about cardio opportunities. The next day we're going to talk about weightlifting, some ideas for there if you do choose to. I will tell you, and again, this is just a personal thing, but every time I say this, somebody always like, that's a great idea, I should do that. Although I don't like lifting heavy in the morning, I still deadlift every day. And I do that more just for back health, as well as to train my brain to lift something heavy every day, even on the days that I don't lift in the afternoons. So I have a bar set up over there. If you watched the tour, you've seen it. At that point, it was at 285. Right now, I know it's at 300. So it's 300 pounds. I just pick it up 3 times. And I'll probably do that for a week, and then next week I'll add 5 more pounds, and I'll do that as well. So I lift that up every day for the old saying, if you've heard it, that if every day you lift a calf, one day you'll be able to lift a cow. So as that weight just increases, my body really doesn't realize it. If I put 5 pounds on every week, I don't know it. So the goal would be that, 20 weeks from now, I'll be at 400 pounds and it'll be just as easy as a 300. I know there's a plateau somewhere. I know it will happen. I just, don't tell my brain that. I want to believe it. And the only reason I do that is because, again, I really want my body to lift one thing heavy that's not that strenuous for me. So I just walk over, I pick it up, I set it down. I pick it up, I set it down, and I pick it up again. So it takes me 8 seconds. I do it without warming up. I warm up with the cardio, but I don't warm up heavy. And again, that's just to get my body used to lifting something heavy every day. So although I don't like lifting heavy in the morning, I just deadlift every day. And again, a lot of people got benefit from that. I know a lot of athletes that have talked to me have done it as well, and they can really see their things going because, again, neurologically, your body's just like, oh, this becomes easy for me. Add 5 pounds, it's still easy. And you can increase very, very well that day with just very little lifting. Anyways, get moving, people. Find out what works for you. Do something in the morning, 20 minutes wise at least. And again, I know a lot of people that watch me are already at the gym. Like you're coming home from the gym and watching me on replay. So I know you've got it under control. That's fine. It's a good part of your morning routine. Even if you do set aside that hour and a half to do it, that's great. Right now I'm talking about people who are looking to get an exercise. 20 minutes is more than enough. 15 minutes is more than enough. As long as you get moving, get started. Again, the goal here is not the fitness for me. The goal here is the productivity throughout the day, and you're going to feel a lot better, have those endorphins flowing. You're going to have a better metabolism throughout the day, and you're going to notice a difference. So everybody hit that like button for me. Leave a comment down below of what kind of exercise you like to do in the morning. I didn't put a question of the day out there, but that is it. What kind of exercise do you do in the morning? I just gave you my whole routine. Tomorrow we're going to come back, talk a little bit more about cardio and some options for you and things you can add into your morning routine. Hope you all have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.